Welcome to Out of Touchstone, the film review series that's a throwback to when you'd wander the video store for an hour looking for that perfect film, only to discover it had already been rented. So you settle for something you'd seen far too many times already. This episode, we're going to look at a Touchstone Pictures release that, despite being familiar by title and poster from seeing it in the video store, I had never actually seen. A film with a title so generic it offers almost little insight into what it's about, and it has Winona Ryder's face on the cover, but the movie is called Boys.
I left a lady out there with Murphy.
What lady? Hey, we're taking you to a doctor.
No. What did you do?
I didn't do anything. I didn't touch her.
Look at her. Ma'am?
Uh-oh.
Well, now what? Now what?
Hey, what are you doing in here so secret? You building a tunnel or something?
Well, I got a girl knocked out in the back of the dorm, and I can't bring her up here until I get you guys out of the way.
Yeah, in your dreams.
She's 25.
You're so illegal, dude.
It is not. He's just making sure she's all right.
She?
Where am I?
You're in my room. It's my room.
And I'm in some trouble.
Did you kill someone?
How did you get home last night, man?
Do you live around here?
Leave her alone.
Who is she? Who is who?
Hi. Marco, go get Mr. Hunt for me now.
Marco, don't you dare.
Marco, go!
How many people cried?
Oh, what the hell's going on in here?
You're gonna get so booted for this. You wanna come with me?
Would I do anything for you?
Trying to find her, she's not there.
You started it.
I didn't start it.
Let me tell you about the way
Don't you start it.
the way she acts, the color of her hair. Her voice is soft and cool, her eyes are clear and bright, but she's not there.
Starting her career in the late 80s as the poster child for Hot Topic, had it existed at the time, by the mid-90s, Winona Ryder had firmly established herself as a serious dramatic actress. In the years leading up to Boys, she appeared in critically acclaimed films like Dracula, The Age of Innocence, and Little Women. Coming off the Gen X-defining film Reality Bites, Ryder had become one of Hollywood's most respected young performers. Boys was positioned as her opportunity to fully carry a film in the lead role. Along for the ride were a supporting cast filled with actors who would later become far more recognizable, if not always by name, then certainly by face. Lucas Haas, Skeet Ulrich, John C. Reilly, Chris Cooper, and James LeGros help round out the ensemble cast. And even with that lineup, Boys proves that talent alone doesn't make a good film. Other than the casting of Winona Ryder, why Touchstone greenlit Boys isn't easily answered. The film, based on a short story by James Salter, was written and directed by Stacey Cochran, whose only previous credit was the indie feature My New Gun. The film was originally titled The Girl You Want and was intended to be released with an R rating. At some point during post-production, the studio ordered significant re-editing in an attempt to broaden its appeal. While the exact reasoning was never fully documented, the result was a film that no longer reflected its original intention. Had Cochran entered the project with more experience or box office success behind her, maybe she would have had greater leverage to protect her vision. The changes also frustrated Winona Ryder, who ultimately chose not to promote the film upon its release. That raises a familiar question whenever a movie is heavily altered. If this wasn't the film the studio wanted, why agree to make it in the first place? Perhaps the studio believed the changes would help the movie find its bigger audience, as we said, but unfortunately, that wasn't the case. The fallout from those decisions showed almost immediately. With Ryder disengaged from promotion and the film effectively orphaned, Boys was released in fewer than 100 theaters. During its limited run, it earned just over $500,000. Apparently for audiences, this wasn't the girl they wanted. The critical response didn't offer much encouragement either. On Rotten Tomatoes, Boys holds a 15% critic score and a 26% audience score. Roger Ebert was pretty blunt in his review. Beyond drawing comparisons to Before Sunrise, he summarized the film's central problem. Any movie like this faces two choices early in the developmental process. One, make the characters original and interesting and write them some dialogue worth hearing. Or two, trick up the plot with tired cliches, lurid flashbacks, and phony suspense. Throw in a little sex and have a perfunctory, happy ending. Boys takes the dumb way out. Despite that assessment, Ebert still awarded the film 2 stars, which seems generous. Assigning an Out of Touchstone rating here was tougher than I expected. Boys isn't good enough to recommend to anyone who hasn't seen it, but it's also not bad enough to feel like a complete waste of 90 minutes. So, once again, this lands at channel surf. For me, the supporting cast kept my attention, not because they were given much to do, but because I kept hoping they eventually would. That's going to do it for this episode of Out of Touchstone. Boys represents exactly why this series exists. Revisiting movies that slip through the cracks to see whether they deserve better, or if their fate was sealed long before release. Next time, Touchstone finally gets back on the success train. Until then, the tapes are rewound, the video store is closed, we're out of Touchstone.